Now we're doing part 8 of What If Naruto was raised by an unknown tailed beast. Now, I need to fix my mistake in what I did in part 7. Well, you see, my mistake was, it might have been me stuck in the flow of the music or in the moment or what, but you see, Naruto, if you harm any of Naruto's family or anybody that he cares about, you will regret it immediately. He will go on instant kill. Like, he will try to kill you immediately. And in the last part, I made it seem like it wasn't really, like Naruto didn't think of it as a big deal. Well, Naruto, in fact, was very pissed off at Orochimaru for even laying one finger on his sister. After all, Naruto cares about his family most. So, anyway, let's continue in the what if. As Naruto took care of Orochimaru, but unfortunately, Orochimaru, with him being a slippery snake, was able to get away from, Naruto's grasp of, killing him. But Naruto gave, you could say, Orochimaru a gift. Well, not really a gift, but a reminder of him encountering the White Wolf of the Mist. Because, Orochimaru can never heal what Naruto did to him. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get in. As Naruto, after taking care of Orochimaru and checking on his sister, and basically Anko picking up on Naruto, or, Narumi calling Naruto Big Brother. Then he got a mental link, or a mental telepathic, you could say, cry for help from an unknown person. A Jinchuriki, you could say. As the tailed beast basically the Seven Tails, set out a telepathic link asking for help for anybody nearby. Because, these unknown Genin were attacking her Jinchuriki and, might do some things that are not so, child-friendly, you could say. As Naruto hates those type of people. So as soon as he got that link, and as soon as the 12 Tails heard that link, they instantly ran in that direction. As then, you could say Naruto, grabbed Anko, and not necessarily ran, but teleported in that direction. As anyway, we go to Fu, and those 3 unknown Genin. As they are trying, they're ripping off Fu's clothes, and, trying to pin her down. As Naruto appeared, as they all heard a thunderclap, as everybody froze. As Naruto says, "What do you think you're doing?" And then those 3 Genin popped up, as they, said nothing. And what are you doing here, Proctor, or Proctors? You're not supposed to interfere with, the Chunin exams. As Naruto gets a little bit angry, you could feel some of the killing hitting, the air. As Naruto says, unforeseen circumstances, came up. And, what do you... this is kind of against the rules to, force these kind of actions on others. As I say, the Chunin exam, we could kill the Chunin exam, so why can't we do this? As Naruto says, I don't like that. And what made you think you were able to do that to a young lady? Or try to, anyway. As the Genin start laughing, as it doesn't concern you. As Naruto says, I guess I'll just kill you. As Naruto instantly just beheaded all of those 3 Genin. As Anko was just shocked in how fast, they teleported to this area. And what just transpired? As Naruto says, as Anko says, "Wait, did you just kill them?" As Naruto says, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." As Anko says, you just killed those 3 Genin. As Naruto says, no. The 7-tail, or that girl did, as he points at Fu. As Fu is like, no, you didn't. As Naruto says, listen, yes, you did. As Fu says, fine, I guess. As Naruto goes over to the 3 Genin he just, killed, or Fu killed, and picked up the 2 scrolls that these 2 members had, as they were the Earth and Heaven scroll. So, as Naruto goes over and picks them up, and then goes over back to Fu, as he gives those 2 scrolls over to her, and says, well, you must be start heading to the tower, so you can move on to the next part of the training exams. She says, but my team, they left me. As Naruto says, oh. As he says, can you explain what happened exactly? As Fu says, okay. Well, you see, these 3 Genin came up and, basically forced them to, or told us if they didn't give us the scroll, then they were going to kill us all. As my teammates said that they would even give me over to them, and the scroll to basically survive, or basically save themselves. As Naruto says, as he looks at Anka and says, well, that's not very good, is it now? This whole thing is about being a team. As Anka says, yeah, but we can't do anything about it. As Naruto gets a grin under his mask and says, maybe not. Okay. As then, Naruto gives Fu, you could say a jacket that he has, and gave it to her to cover herself up a little bit because, yeah. And he says, so, I guess we better get you to the tower now, huh? And she says, but like I said, I don't have a team. As Naruto says, well, that doesn't matter. Well, you have your scrolls. You can pass now, can't you? And she says, I guess. As then, Naruto creates 3 shadow clones and basically makes them turn into, waterfall ninja. Looking like. To escort her back to, the tower. As Naruto thinks in his head, tells basically all of the, animals in the Forest of Death to target, Fu's teammates. Naruto didn't kill him, so, anyway. As we reach to the tower, Fu reaches the tower and opens up her scroll, and she is also next to, the Leaf Ninja. They arrived at around the same time. Now, the Leaf Ninja that have arrived are Sasuke, Normie, or basically Team 7 arrived. And then also Fu arrived, all at the same time. So when the scrolls opened up for Fu, it was Anko. And for Team 7, Naruto appeared. Now, let's cut to Team 7 Sensei. As Team 7 Sensei Kakashi was wondering, where is his, Genin? He should have arrived sooner. As we cut back to Naruto, as Naruto says, very well. You have passed. Congratulations. As Normie's excited, to see her brother. As Sasuke's like, wait, you're the ninja that saved us from the Sannin, Orochimaru. As Naruto says, yeah, what of it, kid? As Sasuke goes, you're no older than me. As Naruto says, I'm a little bit older than you, so don't worry, kid. We're fine. Now go to your sensei. Go. As then Normie says, can we talk sometime? As Naruto says, later, but I have to go do something. As she says, alright. As then Team 7 goes and basically finds Sensei, Kakashi. As he says, wait, I was supposed to appear when you guys came to the tower. As they say, well, somebody did appear, but it wasn't you, obviously. It was a person that helped us out it was the proctor for the second part of the tuning exams. The White Wolf of the Mist, I think it was, Narumi said. She says, as Kakashi goes wide-eyed and says, what? Why'd he appear? And Narumi says, well, I don't really know, but anyway, he told us to find you. As Kakashi says, well, you see, you can go and rest in the rooms, because, well, tomorrow you will be doing preliminaries. Yeah. So, you guys better rest up tonight. As they all bowed and then went to their, assigned rooms, you could say, to go rest. As Naruto, went over to Fu and was talking to her and says, is everything alright? And she says, yeah. And she says, okay, good. Well, and she says, can I ask you something? As then Fu says, or as Naruto says, yes. And Anko actually is walking up on Naruto, so she's hearing the conversation. She says, well, I heard you say, that Leaf Genin, she's the daughter of, the Hokage, correct? And she says, yeah. As Naruto says, where are you getting at? As Fu says, well, I heard her call you brother, so who are you really? Because, are you like family or something? As Naruto starts getting kind of nervous, a sweat drop as he's trying to think fast on his feet. As Fu basically caught the issue. As then he says, what gave you that idea? As she says, obviously she called you brother. What? Sorry about that. Anyway, and she says it's kind of pretty obvious. As Naruto says, or sighs. Fine. I am her brother. I am, the sister. Or daughter. Dang it. I can't English. I am the son of the 4th Hokage. And I need you to keep that secret, because nobody should know who I really am. As Fu says, smiles, and gets, a grin that says, you're gonna have to do something in return. As he says, I do not like that look. Why are you giving me that look? And as she says, I'll make a deal with you, White Wolf of the Mist. If you allow me to basically go with you wherever, then I will not tell anybody. I will not tell anybody who you really are. But you have to allow me to be with you at all times. As Naruto thinks about it, as he says, it can't be the worst thing ever, right? He says, fine. As then Anko says, oh, so I did hear that girl right. You are her brother. As Naruto thinks in his head, crap. As then he slowly turns around and says, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And she says, shut it. I heard everything. So you're the lost, long, quote-unquote, child of the, 4th Hokage and Lady Kushina? As Naruto says, yeah, what of it? And she says, you're gonna have to do me a little favor then, too. As Naruto says, what? She says, one, you have to come with me to go do something really quick. As Naruto says, do what exactly? She says, drink, of course. As Naruto says, actually, I'm meeting somebody out there anyway, so we can go now. He says, as Naruto says, I was supposed to meet well, a person for a rematch, you could say, a drinking contest. As Anko says, I wonder who it could be. As Naruto says, you may be surprised when we get there. As Fu says, don't remember our promise. As Naruto says, I don't. As he says, I won't forget. As then she hopped on Naruto's tails and says, okay, let's go. As Naruto and Anko and Fu go to a bar. And well, as they reach the bar, they go in and see, well, a young or older-ish lady, you could say. She appears to look in her, 40s or 30s. But, and she has some very large assets, if you catch my drift. As then Naruto says, hey, drinking buddy! As then Tsunade, the slug princess, looks up and sees Naruto. She says, oh, hey, Naruto. Or, hey, White Wolf, because she doesn't know who Naruto is exactly, I guess, kinda. Oh well. Anyway, sorry, let's get back into it. And then she says, oh, hey, White Wolf. So, as Naruto says, remember... as Tsunade says, remember, I need a rematch. As Naruto says, of course. As then, Anko, Tsunade, and Naruto go in, and while they drink for hours and hours, as Naruto eventually beat Tsunade and Anko. Well, Anko gave up halfway through because, she didn't see the point in getting, hammered. And, Tsunade wanted to try to see if she could get Naruto drunk enough to, see if she can get with Naruto, if you know what I mean. As Naruto, even, in his drunken state, still denies Tsunade, because Tsunade has always tried to, hit on him, you could say, a few times, and, Naruto denied it many, many times. As during this whole time, Fu was just watching the interactions, as Naruto says goodbye to Anko and Tsunade, as he slowly gets to the hotel where he's supposed to be, with Mei and Yujito. As Naruto opens the door and just passes out right on the bed. As Mei and Yujito are just thinking, wow, he must be very tired. As then they noticed, there is an interesting character. There's a person that is, wrapped around in Naruto's tails. As she's just smiling. Now, as they get into a defensive mode, as they say, who are you? As, Fu says, I'm a friend of, this one over here. As they get, confused, and, they're still in the defense stance. As then, the 12 Tails appears and says, don't worry, she's fine. She's like me, or like Naruto and you, Yujito. As Yujito says, what do you mean, like me and Naruto? She says, she's a Jinchuriki, of the 7 Tails. And you are the 2 Tails, and Naruto, you know. Yujito is kind of shocked, as then she says, As Death, the 12 Tails, explains everything to what happened with Fu, and how Naruto saved her from, getting undecent things done to her. As Yujito says, he keeps saving everybody in, a distress. Maybe that's why I love him. As then, as Yujito is kind of getting jealous, though, because, Fu is wrapped up in Naruto's tails, and she thinks back, he hasn't done that to me in a while. As then, they end up somehow bringing up a conversation of, who's gonna be taking Naruto's, innocence, you could say. Because, they are thinking that, because, all 3 of them, like Naruto in that way. Maybe even 4 of them. As Death kind of laughs a little bit and, well, says, you are a little bit too late to that, well, party, you could say. As Yujito and Mei and Fu kind of are shocked, irritated, and mad. As Yujito is actually gonna go and punch Naruto to wake him up and, well, yell at him for, well, doing something, you could say. As the 12 Tails says, well, like, basically holds Yujito back and says, let me explain. Well, you see, you know how you think you're the quote-unquote first person he marked? Well, you are not, unfortunately. You see, the first person that Naruto actually marked, well, is a young lady that he saved a while back. And, well, let's just say, as Death rubbed her hand on the back of Naruto. As does Mark. Well, yes, as Death did mark Naruto, by the way. As Death's mark appeared and says, well, you see, this mark over here, it's very large, right? As Yujito says, yes, but whose is that? As Death says, well, it's mine, of course. As Yujito is shocked at first, as then she says, well, or as Death says, well, you see, the person he marked, well, the mark rivals mine, but it's not as big, but it's very close. So, yes, but unfortunately, that person that he did mark, well, has taken his innocence. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, but yes, you will not be the first one, Yujito. As Yujito is irritated, as then she goes, I will kill that person. As then Yujito, or as Death thinks in her head, well, if only she knew he had a kid. Well, this should be a very, very interesting conversation. But as he says, if he doesn't give me at least 2 kids, Yujito says, well, then I'll be mad if he doesn't. As then Naruto's in his sleep mumbles, I promise I will. As then Yujito gets a grin and says, well, I'm going to hold that to him. Even if it was just in his sleep that, well, Naruto promised. But hey. As then we cut into the morning. As Naruto, well, before they cut to the morning, Naruto's tail quickly went to Yujito and just pulled her in closer. As Naruto went to sleep. As Yujito is kind of surprised that, well, Naruto is doing this. Even if it's in her sleep, she is actually happy that, well, Naruto is pulling her closer and keeping her close. As then we cut into the morning. As Naruto wakes up, it notices, well, Yujito very close to him. And she says, I don't remember anything. Oh well. As then Naruto goes and walks to the bathroom. As he's deciding, well, he's going to be taking a shower. As then he turns around and, well, sees a young lady smiling evilly, well, on his tail. As that's where I'm going to leave it off. I hope you guys all enjoy and have a good day or night, depending on time zones. See ya.